It's not you, it's me. I want to talk a little bit about responsibility. See, we live in this blame culture now where it seems to be the move to blame external things or people for how we feel and our realities in general. And if I speak to myself, for example, I used to blame other people for feeling like you can't rely on people. You can't trust people. You know, people are going to let you down. People are not going to have your back. People are not trustworthy. Because that was what I experienced many times. You know, in my head it was like, I'm the exception to the rule, but everyone else, ugh. And it took me a while to realize that if these things keep on happening, like to me, if these things keep coming into my experience, then actually the one common denominator to all of those things is me, right? I'm the person that keeps happening to, I'm the one that keeps experiencing it. Every single person. It's not easy. It's kind of a bitter pill to swallow. But I found that when I started to do that, I started to look at, you know, why is this happening? What is this teaching me? Or what can this teach me? And really, you know, dig deep. I mean, I'll give you an example. The last time I had a situation where I felt that someone really betrayed my trust. Initially I had the feeling of hurt and disappointment and anger and all that stuff. You know, there's different stages you go through till you get to acceptance. But before it, you know, even as I was feeling some of those things, I stopped and I was like, okay, so what can this teach me? How did this happen? And I looked and I realized, okay, there's a number of reasons. There's a number of reasons this happened. Right? Number one, I like to give. Right? I like to give. I'm good at giving. I'm not so good at receiving. So I would tend to attract people that like to receive, people that like to take, and not really give as much. Right? So it's like, oh, okay, that's why you attract people that. Do you know what I mean? Where does that come from? Okay, I can trace that back to family. My mum, right? Very kind person, very loving person, great at giving, horrible at receiving. Horrible at receiving. So it's like, oh, that makes sense. Also, because I like to help people, I would tend to attract people who had issues, who had problems a lot of the time. People who were sick, people who were depressed, people with addictions, people with various other things going on. Why else did this happen? Okay, well, there are actually certain red flags. If you looked, your intuition was telling you at certain points, that don't look right, right? But I ignored that, continued on. Focused on the positive, saw the good in the person. Didn't take in the whole picture, right? I also didn't look at how sometimes people's actions don't match their words, and would take what they said as gospel. Sometimes I would trust too easily. I wouldn't give that person the opportunity to earn that trust. And obviously, sometimes you're taking a gamble anyway with people, right? But when I looked at all of those different things, it was like, man, can't really point the finger. Can't really blame. What's up, Mr. Dog? And so it's an interesting one because I look around and I just see a lot of people blaming. You know, all men are this or all women are that and blah, blah, blah. And very few people who just take responsibility for creating their own reality. And I'm not talking about blame. I'm not talking about, okay, you know, it's your fault this happened to you. I'm just talking about the difference between responsibility and a victim consciousness. Because the upside is, once you do take responsibility, you now get to choose what you think, what you believe, what you expect, and what's possible. And there's tremendous power in that. Hey, you want to be in the video as well, yeah? Yeah, you do. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, I want to have a chat with your friend.
What's going on?
Of course not, of course. What? I'm important, I want to be part of it.
You matter. You matter. It's interesting, actually. Animals used to hate me.
Stop it. No, this one is not you. It's
No,
him.
he's not.
It's him.
That's what my video is called. That's hilarious. She just said it's not you, it's him. His tail's wagging, right? Why did I attract that? That's a good question. So, I can't even remember where I was. Yeah, there's tremendous power in taking responsibility, man, and choosing what you think, what you believe and expect, and all that good stuff. So that's the thing I want to share today. You know, it's not you, it's me. I'm saying that I'm taking responsibility, and I think that's the way to just be more in control of yourself, your life, your reality, your happiness, all that good stuff. It's the message from me, my canine friend. Peace.